Alright, what's going on, guys? Today, I just wanted to quickly talk about how to improve your shot, how to improve your accuracy, how to improve your aim on Call of Duty, and I get asked this question a fair bit, a couple of times a day, and I thought I'd get around to making a video sort of talking about how I improve my aim, how you could improve your aim, and obviously this is, from my perspective, this is my opinion. I can't really say, your shot's going to go from a 25% with an SMG to a 35% with an SMG by doing everything I say in this video, but I can say that if you implement what I'm saying and keep at it, that it will hopefully improve your game. And there's 5 things I want to talk about. Now, this first thing is the first 2 things are very commonly asked questions, not just towards me, but just towards a lot of people. I ask this question to people as well. It's important, okay? So the first thing I want to talk about is what controller you use and what controller settings you play on. Now, there's sort of 3 options here. You can either play on standard controls, just standard PS4 control. You don't need to change anything. You just grab the controller and you start playing. You can play on claw or stick and move, which are 2, I guess you could call them custom settings, custom layouts within the Call of Duty game you're playing, and you just change it. You go blah, 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 you change your settings, and I think they're just full options that you can pick. I've never played on claw or stick and move myself. Never tried them. I don't really want to. I always played on standard from when I started on MW2 all the way up until halfway through Advanced Warfare. And then I bought my first Scuff, and I've used Scuff to this day. But I'm not sponsored by Scuff or anything, so this is not trying to make them sales. I'm just giving my honest opinion. So you either use standard, you either use stick and move claw, or you use Scuff. Now, in my opinion, Scuff, I'm not going to lie, Scuff has helps, me improve at the game, and I'm not going to say go and buy one because they cost an arm and a leg, they cost a lot of money, but if you play a lot, you play every day, you have the money to spare, then I would say investing in the Scuff is definitely worth it. I don't think it's not worth it because I'm just being honest here, I'm telling you, the truth, call a spade a spade. I think a Scuff does help, but at the same time, if you don't play that much, or you're not in the situation where you can just chop out 200 odd bucks, I don't really think you should buy one. But people that say Scuff improves you, it's not necessarily true, but it can be in some situations. I found the first week of playing on Scuff for the first time, it was honestly terrible. I couldn't get used to it. You have to teach your brain to do things differently. You got habits and stuff, and it does help once you get used to it. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to say, Scuff doesn't make you a better player, because I think it does improve your game, but COD isn't all about your aim, and it's not all about what controller you use. There's a lot of other aspects in terms of smarts, knowledge and whatnot. So that's my opinion on, the controller itself. And then you've obviously got a multitude of other things, as in layouts, look inversion, vibration, and target assist, aim assist. So with the layouts, it comes down to personal preference. I play on standard. I don't play flipped. I don't play tactical. I don't play any of that. I just play standard. You can play flipped, which is your nades, or your aim, nade button is your shoot, and your tactical button is your aim. Vice versa. You can play on look inversion with it up as in down and down as in up. I don't know many people that do that. There's a few pro players that I've heard of that do play on look inversion, but I wouldn't really recommend that myself. Now, the one that I want to talk about the most was vibration. Now, I just turned vibration off. It must have been about 2 months ago now, and I found that my shots really, really improved since I've done that. Something that I didn't really care about. I sort of like the feel of having, vibration on or whatever. It just, it makes you feel like, I don't know, it just feels cool to play with vibration on. But I turned it off because I got told that you can improve your aim by turning it off, and I felt like it really has helped me by turning vibration off. So maybe keep that in mind. Maybe try it out with vibration off. And also, if you don't play wired, it does save battery life if you play on Xbox or PS3 maybe uses batteries. I don't even know. And then the last thing is target aim assist. You should just have that on. It helps. I've got a mate that plays with it off, and he's got a really, really good shot, but he's been doing that for years now, so he's gotten used to that. I think it just helps in a lot of ways. It helps you, snap onto enemies faster. It helps you see people that are hiding in bushes and stuff in pubs. So I would keep that stuff in mind. But let's get on to the next thing, which is sensitivity. So sensitivity, this is a topic, this is a question that I get asked a lot, a couple of times in each of my videos, what sense do you play on, what's your sensitivity or whatnot, and sensitivity comes down to personal preference. I'm not really going to go into the whole, it's all about personal preference, you make it yourself and whatnot. I think that playing on around 3, 4, 5, 6 between there is the best on Black Ops 3. I think for your your up and down, your vertical view, I think 5 is definitely spot on, and I think that most people should play on 5. But at the same time, there is players that play on varied, and then for your vertical, I think you should play between 3 and 5. I play on 4 myself, but if you play like an AR in competitive or whatnot, I think 3 would probably be the best. And if you play as like a really fast-paced subby, maybe 5 would be pretty good. But yeah, at the end of the day, it comes down to personal preference and what you're comfortable with. You know, you might not be comfortable with 4 or 5 that I use, or I might not be comfortable with what you use. So it comes down to how you see it and how you like playing. But that's sensitivity. So the next thing, quickly, and this might sound really dumb, but it can matter, is class setups. The way you set up your class, it doesn't matter if you're playing pubs, competitive, whatever you play. If you're not using a foregrip on a gun that has a lot of recoil, your shot's not going to be as good. That's just the way it is. It's the way Call of Duty, it's the way shooters work. Put foregrip on a gun like the Vespa that has a lot of recoil. Just put a foregrip on it. Your shot will obviously improve. If you didn't know that already, then just, put a foregrip on the gun. But not all guns need foregrip, but, foregrip does improve your shot. So if you're, not using foregrip because you think you don't need it, well, I guarantee it'll improve your shot. And, you might not feel like you're killing as fast, because say if you take off rapid fire and you put on a foregrip, you might be like, oh, I'm getting outgunned by rapid fire, but if you're more accurate, you're going to win more gunfights, and I guarantee that. Now, these last two things are things you've probably heard before. Actually, I guarantee you've heard them before, but I think they're the two, most important, and it's what makes your aim, your accuracy, your shot, what it is. And that is, the first thing is who you verse. Now, if you play pubs and every time you see like a 3 KD or a 4 KD player, you back out, that is going to, you've missed out on an opportunity to improve. So getting beaten, getting stomped on isn't necessarily a bad thing at all. As long as you're getting in gunfights and you're getting outgunned, you're teaching yourself in a sense to improve at the end of the day, because you're either going to watch the kill cam and you're going to be like, oh, okay, he had a better shot than me, or you're going to rage about it. And that's probably one of the issues. If you don't rage about it, if you watch the kill cam and go, how you lost that gunfight, was it movement? Was it he had a better shot than you? Was it he had a better gun than you? It was better range or whatnot? Taking note of that stuff and then remembering it for next time is really, really important. So it comes down to who you verse. If you're versing people that are better than you, if you're versing pro players, in an 8th lobby, you're going to improve your shot. I guarantee you, I promise. Even if you're getting stomped at the time, you might get stomped for a couple of weeks, but if you're consistently versing people that are better than you, it's going to improve you, because you're going to learn off them, like unconsciously, and it's going to teach you to do what they do, or it's going to teach you to outdo what they do. So remember, versing better people isn't a bad thing, and at the end of the day, an online reputation, how good people think you are, doesn't not really matter, because in 6 months' time you might end up being a shit ton better than them, and you might just stomp on them, and it really doesn't matter at the time. So keep that in mind. And the last thing that I wanted to touch on, and people are probably going to be like, oh wow, this isn't even a tip, I've heard this so many times before. People have said it to you, not just about gaming, but about everything in life, and that's practice. Practice makes perfect. It's very, very common saying. It's so, so true as well. I've been playing for a while now, 6, 7 years, and I'm not saying, I'm some freak or anything. I'm just saying that I've been playing for a long time now, and I go decent sometimes, and that's probably because I've been playing for a long time, and I just wanted to emphasize that, because some people might just like pick up the game in like Advanced Warfare or Black Ops 3, and all of a sudden they want to just be like dropping 100 for 1 and stuff in pubs, or they want to be dropping 50 bombs every game in competitive, and it's not going to happen. You need to have good knowledge of the game. You need to have good knowledge of where to run, when not to rush in, when to wait, when to pre-aim, when to pre-fire, all that sort of stuff. It comes down to practice, and it comes down to versing better people, as I said. Practicing, learning, making sure that, getting killed by, someone better than you doesn't make you rage and make you mad. Instead, just look at it as in it's improving you. So hopefully all of this made sense. And if you do have any more questions, you have any more queries, what you want to ask me, just leave them in the comments. I'm happy to reply to all comments like I always do. But if you did find anything helpful, I'd really appreciate a like rating on the video. It does help out a lot. And I hope you guys have a good day. Peace out. see if we can go for a little lunge here. Ooh. Just wait. Close our streaks. I'm sure one of them will at least jump up. He saw me, didn't he? I'm gonna get out of here before he comes. Yeah, see, he saw me. Look, he's up here. He's camping.